So, I'm back with another video, and this is episode 3 of the Freiburg for Life series. And yeah, we left off on quite a big game. I mean, we faced Dortmund, but now we're facing some pretty tough teams as we're entering the real crucial part. It's the mid-season, but it's kind of like after mid-season, so we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it all. We're going to be facing the playoffs of the Champions League and then the round of 16 if we make it through. Possibly even further if we make it all the way to the quarterfinals. But we gotta watch out and see what we can do with this Freiburg side. I'm very excited what we can do. I think our next game is up against Mainz, so let's go ahead and watch what we do in that game and the rest of this, episode. We won't go all the way to the end of the season. We still have one more episode left for that, but hopefully you guys will enjoy. And let's get on with it as Freiburg try to defeat Mainz. So we are facing Mainz here, and I think they have Ilan Meslier there. The former Leeds United goalkeeper. But anyways, we are wearing the white, hopefully going for those 3 points that we so desperately want. And Mainz actually had the first shot, but Atobolu was there. He has been fantastic for us in this entire season. Mainz actually had a shot that actually went in, unfortunately. Quite close range, and I believe it was actually their captain who scored. But Aspria was on it. Then we saw Ginter. Matthias Ginter from the box, and he scores! He scores his first goal for the side. I wish I had a Freiburg jersey on, but he is the goal scorer, the one to tie it up against Mainz, as Javier Puado gets it inside the box and scores one as well. It's 2-1 to Freiburg, thankfully. Atobolu is so happy with us. He made one save, but Javier Puado was not done there as he took another one and scored. That's 2 for Javier Puado. 1 for Matthias Ginter, and we were winning 3-1, thankfully. Mainz were actually on it again, as one of their players, the number 26, took the shot, but Atobolu was there again with his knee this time. But Javier Puado was through in on goal, thanks to Merlin Roll, who finally does put it away, making the hat-trick for our Spanish striker. He wants to outscore Merlin Roll. Roll is helping him out with the assist there. Mainz actually did want to try to claw it back, and they kind of did by making it 4-2, but it was still not enough for them as we just had too much firepower and scored one extra goal from Merlin Roll. That was, of course, our number 10, our attack midfielder, had to get on the score sheet. He's our top goal scorer. He did it once again. But was that enough? No, it wasn't, as Adamu also wanted to get on the score sheet and does, making it 6-2 to SC Freiburg. We did have one more shot as Adamu did get one more chance, and he thankfully did score, making it 7-3 on the night for Freiburg, thankfully. Adamu off the bench and off the mark with 2 goals. Mainz, funnily enough, did get one more chance that they did slot away, making it 7-4 on the night. But in our next game, we were facing Frankfurt, who of course took away our Rito Doan. Not in this career mode, but we did get Yuito Suzuki. We did make a few substitutions, who unfortunately meant that we did tie the game 2-2. Suzuki did score twice for us, but Ugo Ekitike, who shouldn't be there anymore, he's at Liverpool, and Dahoud, former Dortmund player, scored in order for them to get the draw up against us. Griezmann and Mario Götze were subbed on, so Griezmann is now at Frankfurt, interestingly enough. But then we took on Bayern, and right off the bat, Harry Kane scored a goal, and it was just not a good showing whatsoever for all of us. Merlin Roll cut inside and took a shot that unfortunately did not go in, thanks to a wonderful Manuel Neuer save. And Serge Gnabry was there to score a second for the Bayern Munich side. Puts it in the back of the net. It's very unfortunate. I was not happy with this whatsoever. And then they had another chance, which Harry Kane gets on the end of it with the left foot, but thankfully Atobolu was there to save it. Javier Puado had a shot, and he takes it, and somehow it snuck in. I'll be honest, Manuel Neuer should be doing a lot better there, but it snuck in. We'll take that. It's 2-1. We had a chance, but so did Bayern Munich. Jamal Musiala curls it into the bottom left corner, and it's just good. Harry Kane tries to get another. He unfortunately doesn't, but Jamal Musiala does. Sorry, he fortunately doesn't, but Musiala does. Back in the Champions League as we face another league opponent. Yes, we have not made it to the playoffs yet, but we hopefully should be able to win this game as it is Apoel FC. If I think they're an FC, but Merlin was the first one on the attack, and unfortunately, it was blocked by a defender. But Boyle started off really well by getting off the mark by their number 99. It was unfortunate for us, but yeah, we started off losing, even though we're at home and playing against arguably the worst team that we had to face. That's not great, but you know what's even not worse? You know what's even worse than that? Them getting 2 goals right off the bat. Yeah, we're losing 2-0 by the stroke of halftime. Merlin Roll tried to count us out or count us in, and he did, thankfully. This was after the first half was already over. In the second half, we did get one back. Could we get the second one? Van Bommel had a shot, but it wasn't enough. At least it didn't go in. But was that the end of the story? Of course not. Ruben Van Bommel from the edge of the box. He has been a goal scorer for us in the Champions League as he curls one, but it was just wide for us. Merlin Roll did have another chance though, as he takes one from outside the box. That just knuckles ball out. That knuckles out, unfortunately. We still need to get the tying goal, and Javier Puado could be the man to get it for us, and it was. We did get 2-2 here up against Apoel. Can we get the third just before the end of the game to get those crucial 3 points? No, but it might be Apoel who gets the 3 points as they take a shot, but Altobolo was there for the save yet again. And here we are facing Hanover once more, and yeah, Hanover, I like their kits. Green and black, I like it, kind of like Sassuolo. But anyways, Javier Puado kicks us off. We have a few subs, but Eggestein has a pop for us. That unfortunately was saved by the Hanover goalkeeper there. I thought it was going to go in. It really looked like it was going to go in. But Asprilla for his first goal, and there it is! He scores his first goal for Freiburg. It's up against Hanover. A crucial goal as we kick off the game, and then he passes it in to none other than Oosterhage, also for his first ever goal, and it's into the roof of the net! Asprilla not only gets his first goal, but gets an assist for Oosterhage's first goal for Freiburg in this season. Let's go, just like Atobolu. But Hanover, we made a huge mistake there. Hanover was there to try to punish us. They take the shot that unfortunately does not go in. It actually does not go in, thankfully. But they do have another shot as he wiggles his way through. The number 11 takes the shot, but Atobolu was there. That's our keeper there. German-born, and he's awesome. Let's go. But then they did have another chance quite easily there. A few mistakes there at the back, and it's a tight squeeze, but it's one that's pretty hard to miss. As Hanover do get another shot off that Atobolu saves. Thankfully, it's still 2-1. But Hanover get another shot, number 16, and unfortunately Atobolu was unable to save it, but it does go wide, thankfully. Yuito Suzuki for a third. There it is! Yuito Suzuki does get a third for us. 3-1, making it a lot more comfortable for us. And then, of course, Javier Puado, the Spanish striker, could not let it be just like that as he takes a shot. But unfortunately, their keeper, but Eggestein, has another pop from outside the box. This time, can it go in? No, as it goes just over the bar. But Suzuki cuts it inside. Cuts inside. Takes the shot. Could it be a brace? Yes, it is. A brace for the attacking midfielder for Freiburg. He started this game and grabbed himself a brace for his troubles, thankfully. Back in the Champions League as we face Liverpool. Arguably the toughest side we've had to face in this Champions League phase so far. They have Declan Rice. Curtis Jones is their captain, actually. And he actually is the one who gets the pass off to Ademola Lookman. Yes, they have Ademola Lookman, who has the first shot of the game. That goes wide, thankfully. But it is Mo Salah who scores a penalty because we were very just not defensively sound. We did create a penalty for them, and Mo Salah puts it into the roof of the net. But there was another penalty that Atobolu saved this time. That's right, Atobolu with a penalty save. 2 penalties for Liverpool as we tie it up through a Javier Puado finish. Beautiful, and it's 1-1, and it could have been 2-1 to Liverpool, but we did manage to save the second penalty from Mo Salah. But unfortunately, Liverpool were not done there as they take another shot, and Ademola Lookman gets super close to scoring his goal. Unfortunately, thankfully, it doesn't go in. But Curtis Jones gets it off to Ademola Lookman, who gets another shot off. But Atobolu yet again, this time with his underarm, saves it. But Liverpool did get off another shot that landed into the path of Curtis Jones, and he puts it away. We saved the original shot, but it lands in the path of Curtis Jones, just like this Ademola Lookman goal, and it's 3-1 to Liverpool. Two unfortunate goals that we had to concede there, and we tried to get one more for our troubles, but Alisson Becker was there for the save, and unfortunately it might end off as a 3-1 loss to the Liverpool side, the side that won the Premier League last season. So this is where we finished in the Champions League, 21st place, 3 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses, only 10 points, but that does mean that we do make it through to the playoff round. And the top 8 finish as follows, with FC Barcelona, Arsenal, PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Athletic Club de Bilbao, Manchester City, and Bergamo Calcio, also known as Atalanta, making it through without needing to play the playoffs. While halfway through the Bundesliga, we are in 5th place with 10 wins, 2 draws, and 7 losses. Leverkusen are still unbeaten in the league, 19 games in, and we have 32 points accumulated so far, 14 points off of league leaders so far in Bayern Munich, 13 off of Leverkusen, but then a little bit closer, 9 points off of Dortmund, and 4 points off of Wolfsburg. So, I mean, the gap isn't too massive. I don't think we're going to be able to win the Bundesliga, but we can maybe reach top 4, maybe even top 3, but top 3 is kind of pushing it a little bit. Then you see us take on Stuttgart with Nick Woltemade. Yes, the German striker who has now left for Newcastle in real life. That's an interesting signing. I would love to sign him in this career mode, but also Javier Puello takes the shot. Unfortunately goes wide. But yes, we are facing Stuttgart and Nick Woltemade, who is a pretty interesting striker that I'd love to use in one of my teams, as Stuttgart actually gets them off the mark, or one of their Stuttgart players gets the team off the mark. And could it be a second for them? It is, actually. But anyways, Freiburg get off the mark by a Merlin Roll goal right there. Great strike. That actually does not go in. It goes wide. It does go wide. Roll was not on it for this day, but Asprilla was on for it. Can he take the shot? He does, and it's in! He scores his 2nd goal of the campaign as Merlin Roll sees how it's done. Can he do it this time? No, he can't, as the goalkeeper saves it this time. Merlin Roll was just not on it. It is Nubel, of course. But then, Javier Puado, our oh-so-reliable Spanish striker, bangs it in for us. Let's go. 2 for Freiburg this time. Let's go. But then, Stuttgart, yet again, have another chance. And it's off to Nick Woltemade. And he does get off the mark and scores for them. But Asprilla crosses it in for Jan Orel Bisek with the left-footed. And it's so close as he hits the crossbar. The crossbar! Moving swiftly on to a penalty shootout between us and Darmstadt, who actually scored their first penalty. Adamu was up for our first one, and he misses it. Can you believe it? This is already very badly, but thankfully we also saved their penalty. But we have to score this one. Musliha has to score, and it's a beautiful penalty, arguably one of the best penalties I've ever seen. It is Florian Muller, who's our goalkeeper here, and is Lidberg. It looks like he's going soft, and it is soft, but it goes chipped into the goal. But Leonhardt, let's go. Our captain on this day. Can he score his penalty to make sure that we keep going? He does! Let's go. The hope is still alive as Bader scores. Can he score? No, he doesn't! Florian Muller! Florian Muller! All we have to do is score. Wagner. Wagner, please. Please, all you need to do is score. And he does! Top right corner! Muller scored. Muller saved 2 penalties. Wagner with the final penalty to make it through. And we are in the semi-finals of the TFP Pokal of the German Cup. Let's go! Let's go! Whew. Yes, don't say I don't treat you guys. It's another penalty shootout in this episode. We had one last episode. We have another one this episode in the TFP Pokal. This is a trophy I really want to win now. We've already made it through 2 penalty shootouts to make it through. Yes, we tied 1-1 across the entirety of the game, the full 90 minutes, the full 120 actually. But back in the Bundesliga, we faced Augsburg at home as Lucas Nemecha scored for them. Actually scored twice as Merlin Roll and Javier Puado grabbed themselves a goal for us. But it was 2-2 on the night. Puado was actually the goal scorer in the 84th minute to salvage a point for us at home. It's unfortunate. But 1 point on the board. But after that game, we were back in the Champions League as we faced off our first opponent in the playoffs, or in the knockout stages, which is Feyenoord. Soon, only one game in between that is the Hamburg game. Then we have Feyenoord again, and then Wolfsburg right after that. The first play of the game went to us as Javier Puado scores the goal in the Champions League, just like he normally does. He may not be the top goal scorer for us in the Champions League, but he has been doing really well overall, and he gets us off the mark. As Feyenoord actually get themselves another shot that somehow goes in. I really don't know how that went in. Feyenoord do unfortunately get another shot off thanks to Igor Paixão, who thankfully missed, but wow, that was close. Atobolu trying to keep us calm. But can we stay calm if we score another? Can we score another? Merlin Roll? Oh, he's so close. He took 2 shots and missed twice. The goalkeeper was too good. Bisek with a shot that nearly went in as well. He really wants his first goal for the team. I think he can get it very soon. Hopefully in this episode. But Feyenoord do get another shot off by Paixão yet again. He scored the first and he scores the second. And it's 2-1. But can we tie it up? Yes, we can. Merlin Roll, the new Everton loanee. Yes, he has gone to Everton. That's very sad. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Scores the goal for us. But somehow this went through. And it went in. 3-2 to Feyenoord. Merlin Roll with a beautiful touch. Beautiful shot. That goes in. Can it go in? No. It was so good. The pass was perfect. The touch and the shot was the only thing missing there. The finish. And Feyenoord had another chance as Quinton Timber, yes, the brother of Jurriën Timber, gets the goal for them, making it 4-2 for Feyenoord. But Yuito Suzuki off the crossbar and in. Beautiful finish from our midfielder. And it's 4-3 to Feyenoord, unfortunately. Is that how it ends? Thankfully it is, even though they really tried to get another one as we go into the next game, second leg against Feyenoord. They tried to get one more as well, that thankfully went wide, even though Atobolu tried very hard to keep it out. Feyenoord just wouldn't let up whatsoever. So we did go away to Hamburg, and I'm going to be fully honest, not much happened in this game. It's going to be one of the shortest recaps of this game that we're going to talk about, but it did end off as a 1-1 draw as Hamburg got a goal off from Ricardo Pepi, yes, the American striker that's joined Hamburg, and then our backup striker, Junior Adamu, scored a goal to tie it up 1-1. 1 point shared. But then back in the Champions League as we do go up against Feyenoord once more, and we needed to get the win as Merlin Roll knew it, and he takes the shot, but unfortunately it's saved by the keeper. We were losing on aggregate 4-3. Only 1 goal difference, but we needed to win this game in order to make it happen. We hit off the crossbar. Javier Puado's there with the header, and it goes in! Thanks to Javier Puado. I really wish it would have been the goal from Ginter, but it hit off the crossbar and Javier Puado was there. Right time, right place, right time. Thank you, Spanish striker. But Quinton Timber had something to say about it, and I still can't believe we conceded that goal. That goal is still so infuriating. It went through the goals. They went through the legs of my defender, and then it went over Atobolu, unfortunately. Then they had a header that Atobolu was there to thankfully save. Nearly crashed into Ginter there, but did crash into the pole as Merlin Roll tried to get us ahead in the game, and he did with the left-footed finish into the top right corner. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Our top goal scorer in the Champions League does it again, and it's 2-1 on the night. It's tied on aggregate, but Quinton Timber scores yet another, which makes it 2-2. Very stressful times for us. We still need to get the lead. We keep losing it. We get it and we lose it, but Merlin Roll with the beautiful chest touch and gets it into his feet and scores into the other corner this time. That's my number 10. There we go, Merlin Roll, and he does it into the top left corner as Javier Puado tries to get us off the mark yet again, and he does, making it 4-2 on the night. We should be making it through so long as Feyenoord do not score another, right? So long as they don't score. Hopefully they don't score. But guess what? Look at that. Look at that goal. It's an Emerson Royale own goal. I don't know how that happened, why that happened, but either way, we went to extra time, and Javier Puado with this goal made me go insane. I was absolutely just bonkers after this goal. I was so excited. I thought this was the end of the game. I thought we had made it through until Feyenoord, Quinten Timber scored his hat-trick right then and there to tie it up on aggregate, which meant that we went to penalties. Yes, this game meant that we had to go to penalties. This goal meant that we went to penalties, but Atubolu did just save us before that. If it wasn't for that save, no penalties. So speaking of the penalties, Feyenoord actually went first as we went second with our number 9, Javier Puado. They scored first. Can Javier Puado set the tone for us as well? He doesn't. He actually doesn't. He misses his penalty as Atubolu saves Igor Paixão's, meaning that if we score here, we can tie it up yet again. Kind of similar to the Darmstadt penalty shootout. Eggestein is there, making it 1-1. But Timber, Quinten Timber, the man who took it all away from us, scores his penalty. Van Bommel going to tie it up for 2-2. Can he do it? It's super stressful. All of these penalties, thankfully he does score, but we keep going. So much happens in this penalty shootout. Oh my goodness, we get so close and so far with all of our penalty takers. I was stressing out while taking these penalties, while trying to save these penalties. Thankfully, we kept scoring them. It's just, my goodness, I still can't believe what's going on. And we do make a save. Atubolu makes the save on the 5th penalty. So Suzuki scores this. Can he score this? We go through. And we do! Yuito Suzuki in the 5th penalty. With the 5th penalty. We missed one, Javier Puado's goal. Javier Puado's penalty, but it was Yuito Suzuki who came in for Merlin Roll and scores the penalty, the crucial penalty to put us through to the round of 16 of the Champions League. Back into the Bundesliga. We got to pick up some 3 points. We've been failing massively, but we do face Wolfsburg in this next game. It's going to be super tough as Wolfsburg have proven to be interesting rivals for us. But Merlin Roll gets us off the mark with a beautiful, beautiful goal that he flicks up with his left and hits it so beautifully with his right into the side netting. But Wolfsburg, we're not just going to take it sitting down as Skov Olsen gets a shot off that Atubolu saves for us, thankfully. But we weren't done yet either as Asprilla tries to get himself his 3rd goal of the season. And it doesn't come off. Almost there though. So close. But Wolfsburg, they really want to tie it up. They cross it in to the middle. Takes the shot, but Atubolu having another fantastic game. Yet another save for a German keeper. For Merlin Roll, wanted to make it all about him as he scores his brace right then and there. Getting himself another goal in the Bundesliga. Trying to become the top goal scorer in the German league. And putting us ahead 2-0. And there was tackles upon tackles from Wolfsburg there as they steal it. No. Merlin Roll gets the ball once more. He's going for the hat-trick with his left-footed. Pokes it into the top right corner. And it's his hat-trick for the German attacking midfielder right then and there. He may have gone to Everton in real life, but he's still here. As Junior Adamu also wanted to get on the score sheet with a beautiful, beautiful assist from our midfielder there. And Adamu puts it away with a beautiful spin as well. It's amazing. I love this game and I love this team. 4-0, followed by a solid 2-0 victory over Mainz with Adamu starting. Actually, we made no subs throughout this game. I wanted to, but unfortunately, just the ball never really went out. They didn't make a single sub either, but we did get the 2-0 victory over Mainz. But Junior Adamu was the one who scored a brace. Got 2 more goals. I believe Roll may have got an assist or 2 for the goals, but either way, Adamu is proving to be a very good backup for us. We have our new opponents in the month of March as we face Athletic Club de Bilbao in the round of 16 in the Champions League. We have Dortmund between that, then we have Werder Bremen right after that one. We might end it off after the Athletic Club de Bilbao game because that one's going to be tough. The second one, of course, the away one. Hopefully, we will have something to talk about and going to possibly the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but it's going to be very tough. I'm already proud of us for making it all the way through to the round of 16 with the team that we have. I know we can do a lot better next season, but trying to keep our expectations not too high because we could be disappointed. But either way, Athletic Club, watch out. Speaking of, we better watch out as it is Athletic Club de Bilbao actually getting off the mark first by scoring their goal. But Romeo Lavia had something to say about it as he takes the shot of his own that gets saved by their keeper. It was close, but Champions League nights, you never know what may happen. Athletic Club de Bilbao actually made it top 8. I believe they were 7th when we were talking about it. But Makengo, the backup left back, tries to get himself a goal as well. That just bounces off the crossbar as well. The unlikely sources of strikes, I'm liking it. But I'm not liking Nico Williams getting a shot off right there. He's wearing the number 10, and he looks dangerous. But Ruben van Bommel, of course, our Champions League man, knows what to do as he puts it in the back of the net, tying it up 1-1 in this first game. We are at home, so can we get a second? Can we take the lead away from home? But unfortunately, we cannot. But it's okay. Their keeper and their defender were there for them. But Javier Puado takes another shot that unfortunately bounces off another defender again. But Nico Williams, as I said, he was looking dangerous. And he was as he slots one away. It's 2-1 to the Spanish outfit. But was that over for them? Of course not. As this time, Marcus Thuram, yes, the Inter Milan player, is somehow at Athletic Club de Bilbao and he scores a goal. But he tries to get a second, but thankfully he doesn't. Latavola was there. But they kept putting on the pressure. They kept putting on the pressure as they scored a fourth. Right then and there. 4-1. It looked almost impossible for us to mount a comeback. But we did try to score one more as Merlin Roll trying to get off the mark in the Champions League once more. And he does 4-2. That's something a little bit more respectable. But before that, we did play Dortmund. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the actual highlights. So I just screen recorded it. It may be a little bit different. Sorry if it looks weird. But Dortmund versus Freiburg was a very, very cool game that you guys just did not want to miss out on, as Guirassy does score the first goal of the game. But I guarantee you, it was far from the last. Guirassy has another shot that Atabolu saves. But it was Dortmund leading the way 2-1. But if we took this lead, if we were able to win this game up against Dortmund, it would be huge 3 points and get so much closer to the top 3, maybe even top 4. As Sabitzer gets another goal for Dortmund, and it's 2-0. At least that's what I would say if he wasn't offside. Was he offside? I think it was close, but he was. I don't know. They considered it offside. I'll take that. As Javier Puado, from a very interesting angle, gets the shot off between the goalkeeper and the defender and into the top left corner. Merlin Roll wanted to follow it up with a 2-1 over Dortmund right then and there. Let's go! Our 2 top goal scorers are carrying us to victory in this game. 2-1 up against Dortmund. Merlin Roll finds Romeo Lavia. Lavia, can he score another goal? He scored one in our first game. And he hits it with the outside of the boot, but it does curl wide. Kobel, could he have saved that? Maybe. But unfortunately, Romeo Lavia didn't go in. But Dortmund, that should have arguably been a penalty for Bayer. But he got the shot off. Didn't count it. So I don't know, the refs were a little suspect here in this game. As Suzuki cuts it back for Javier Puado so he can finish it off and put the game to bed. 3-1 to Freiburg. Let's go, boys. And the last game we're going to cover, it is this game in the Champions League. Athletic Club de Bilbao. Away from home, they have a 4-2 victory. 4-2 lead, should I say. But Athletic Club de Bilbao did get off the mark yet again with a Marcus Thuram finish right there. 5-2 on aggregate. Make that 6-2 by Oyhan Sunset. And it seemed impossible now. We're away from home, 4 goals behind. And to make matters worse, Marcus Thuram tried to get another one off as well. We just were creating nothing. Atabolu had to make the save there. If it wasn't for that save, oh my goodness, 7 goals to make up. 7 goals they would have scored overall, I think. But too many goals. 5 goals to make up actually would have been. Atabolu made another save by Nico Williams this time. And Marcus Thuram gets another shot off that goes wide, thankfully. Or goes over the bar. I was disappointed in my team here. This was not a great showing overall. And Nico Williams, the number 10, did end up scoring another goal, which made it 3-0 on the night. 7-2 on aggregate, if I'm not mistaken. Marcus Thuram really wanted to get some more goals. He already scored 1. He wanted more. He was out for blood this game. And as you can tell, we had very little attacking options. Javier Puado finally gets the first shot off, and it's out wide. Not even challenging Unai Simon there. And we did have one more, Yuito Suzuki, who did score a goal for us thanks to a Ruben van Bommel assist, but it was not even close to being enough, as we ended up losing 3-1 in this game. But overall, 7-3. But that was the end of episode 3 right here for the Freiburg for Life series. I know I'm enjoying it very much so. It is very sad news that I have to be saying this, but I'm recording this a little bit after deadline day, where Merlin Roll, yes, our Merlin Roll in real life, has actually gone on loan to Everton. Hopefully he does well. That means I'm going to be rooting for Everton now. He won't be wearing the number 10. I highly doubt it, but I mean, alongside the likes of Jack Grealish and Tyler Dibbling, and Everton having a pretty decent manager in David Moyes, I have faith that Everton could provide Merlin Roll with a solid enough team where he can develop a little bit more, hopefully come back to Freiburg refreshed and lead them to victory like he has been doing in our rebuild. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Tune in for the next episode, which will be coming out very soon. It will be the season 1 finale, but we'll keep going, of course. It's not going to just be one season and done. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.